The great American escape begins. The CDC now says half of all U.S. adults are vaccinated, and as such, crowds are back in full force, filling the streets after work, carousing like sailors who just won a war. Sports fans returning to the stands and heckling overpaid athletes with their favorite four-letter words. Juan's been practicing on us all month. Beaches reopening for the summer. You can already see tiny bits of sand falling out of Jesse's shellacked hair. Bars and restaurants are finally starting to fill up. People partying till the wee hours. And speaking of wee, last night Dana was seen throwing up outside a club. Yes, it seems everything will be okay, except for that fire hydrant. But it makes sense. After being locked down for so long, people have to learn how to be normal again. Deodorant and teeth whiteners are flying off the shelves, apparently because for the past year, we stopped brushing and bathing, or what scientists call the stelter. Of course, the weather is heating up. More people outside, enjoying nature and communing with the beautiful animals within, or in Katie's case, shooting them and eating them. Meanwhile, Equinox is seeing a surge in membership with customers returning to the gym. This is good news for Chris Cuomo. I mean, what's the point of flexing if no one's watching? Have you seen his ratings? They're lower than Don Lemon's IQ.
Ooh.
And experts are even teaching people how to safely get a tan, which raises the question, there are experts on tanning? And is it Donnie Deutsch? Because I'm still trying to figure out what the hell he does. As for me, I'm all about being cautious. When you're rusty, you know, you got to take it slow. Now that's the stuff. So, Jesse, I bet you're wondering where I got this flask.
My office.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, that was a good monologue, Gutfeld. Did you write it?
Yes, I did write it. Unlike your book.
Yes.
Last year, Jesse, we were talking about how this was a warlike response in the sense, though, that the soldiers, the heroes, are sitting on their couches trying to keep Granny away from hugging you. It's like it's a different kind of battle, but everybody has this sense of a post-war release.
Yeah, right. You were a hero for staying home. I mean, that was good for a lot of people that needed that kind of encouragement. But I'm predicting a baby boom this year, Greg. Planned and unplanned pregnancies. There is a tremendous amount of pent-up sexual energy just waiting to explode. Also, alcohol sales will skyrocket. You know, wine got us through the pandemic, but now that bars are open, I'm thinking White Claw, beer, tequila, that will go nuts. And then naturally, DUIs will probably double, so don't drink and drive. As a matter of fact, don't drive at all, especially on the Garden State Parkway on late Sunday evenings. It's bad for the environment, and if you have to drive, I guess, you know, maybe share a car with someone else. Clothing sales are going to go up. I can already tell Emma's shopping. The credit card's gotten out of hand. Boxes are showing up from Amazon. I know she's looking for new outfits. Everyone else must be too. Handshakes are back. So are selfies. I'm getting mobbed by fans, Greg. I forgot what it was like to be famous. And boy, do I love it.
God forbid.
Bellhops are going to be happy again. People are going to be going out to hotels. They got the tips flowing again. As you remember, I used to be a bellhop, and I write about that in How I Saved the World, which you can pre-order right now. Also, How I Saved the World, incredible beach read. Studies have shown that you can actually get more tan if you read my book on the beach.
That's an excellent point. I seem to remember you saying, though, that there was going to be a baby boom during the pandemic as well.
I was so wrong.
Yes. Do you know why you were wrong?
Why?
Because the more
husbands and wives hate each other.
Yes, the more time you spend with someone doesn't always make them more attractive.
Yeah, I actually like my wife. So.
Yes. You know, Dana, I know we sound giddy, but the red states probably are listening to this right now and going, what a bunch of rubes.
They totally are. Anyway, back to the fun and the bubbly.
Yeah, it's like they've been there for 2 months.
I have to say, Greg, I never thought that Jesse Waters would put the two of us to shame when it comes to shameless book promotion. I have never seen anything like it. I mean, I am actually super impressed, and I can see with that kind of tenacity how you did indeed save the world.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that could save the world is deodorant.
Yes.
All right. I don't understand this. I get it that maybe let your hair grow long, maybe you grow a beard, but thank goodness we were all wearing masks, so we couldn't smell the fact that our fellow Americans were not wearing deodorant for some reason. I got to do Pilates without a mask at Equinox myself. It's so freeing. But I'll tell you the other thing, my last thing, Greg, that I think is going to be a big thing this summer, it's concerts. People that are announcing concerts, bands, they're selling out in like 5 minutes. Yeah. So you got to be ready to get those tickets to Dierks Bentley on September 24th at Jones Beach. But you can only buy 4 at a time.
You know, Dana doing Pilates without a mask. I think we know who the real hero is in all of this. Katie, what's the first thing you're going to kill?
You.
All the cicadas. I'm going to kill all of those. Or you. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm excited for all the people whose weddings got canceled last year. Oh. Remember how they had to push off all of their weddings, and now this summer they're getting to see their families and people can travel and their grandma can be at their wedding. I think that's awesome. I'm also looking forward to seeing Juan at a Nationals game since they're going full capacity soon. Yeah. Maybe we can make a bet about who buys the tickets. I don't know. Maybe Jesse can come up with a wager for us. But it's exciting to see Americans back out on the streets. But yes, Florida is totally laughing at us. And you remember at the beginning of the pandemic when they were teaching people how to wash their hands, and it was like, shouldn't you always be washing your hands? So hopefully and wearing deodorant can continue. And wearing deodorant, Florida, getting dressed, and brushing your hair.
It's the one time Florida gets to laugh at someone else.
Yes. The Florida man is vindicated. Yes. The other thing, too, I want to, just before we leave, if your partying skills are rusty, you should not rush it, because you're going to end up in the ER, and nobody wants to be in the ER in the summertime. No. It's not fun. It's not.